Good morning and welcome to Tuesday at the Morning Show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
I love this. Look at you.
Indeed. I was like, well, I was watching some 60s movies and I was like, I should rock a scarf.
You should rock a scarf. It looks good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what also looks good on you?
What?
A word of the day. All right, so let's see. So it's Tuesday, April 15th.
See,
Look
maybe
at that.
I should be the one to rip it since I don't like it. It could get some of my angst
Help you
out.
get through that angst. All right, so the word for the day is firebrand.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Okay, so a piece of burning wood.
Okay.
One that creates unrest or strife. An agitator.
That is not what firebrand means.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, an agitator.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so here's
no
the
violence.
Okay, so here's the sentence. She's an activist who views herself as a relentless firebrand, willing to stand up for her beliefs even when they're not popular.
Oh. See that? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess agitator just has such a negative connotation.
well-
but I think of like disruptor, like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay. All right. I'll
yeah.
take it.
So there you go.
Okay.
So firebrand.
Firebrand.
So we'll see if we can work that in.
I actually like that firebrand.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Okay. We're going to be quick about it and go to a break right now because I don't know if you can hear it, but we have something really amazing in the studio and I can't contain myself
I know.
any longer. So quick break. We'll be right back with a surprise for you.
Good morning and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
Fabulous Arizona Center. And you'll notice we're not alone.
We are not. We are joined with our favorite Liberty Wildlife is back in studio with this impressive creature. Oh my goodness. Who have we got here today?
So this is Callista. We call her Callie for short. And she is a great horned owl, which is the most common owl that we have throughout North America. You can find them everywhere in all kind of settings, urban and rural, all over the place. Wherever they can find fuzzy rodents and things like that to eat, they're going to survive. She's looking for some right now.
So is Callie the typical size of a great horned owl?
She is. She's a good sized female, so the females are a little bit bigger than the boys, but she is weighing in about just under 1,000 grams, so probably just around closing in on 3 pounds or so.
Okay.
So fairly light. The males are a little bit smaller. A lot of people will tell me whenever they see them in programs, they're like, oh, I saw one and it was, this high, and I'm like, oh, I know they look that big, but a lot of times they're standing up above you, staring down at you with those really big eyeballs, and they stand really alert, and the little tufts here can go up and make them look taller. So they look a lot bigger than they actually are, but she's pretty much your normal size bird.
So can you tell us about a couple cool features? And I know it's not a
Yeah.
car, but you know what I mean.
Of course, yeah, no. So the first thing people usually notice about owls are those eyeballs. They're so big, and they pull you in, and that's what you look at. The eyeballs are in fact so big that they don't have any muscles around their eyes. So you and I can, roll our eyeballs and look left and right without moving our head. She is stuck looking straight forward, which is why they have to be able to turn their head so much more than to be able to look around them. And so they are able to turn their neck 270 degrees. So like from the noon to the 9 o'clock basically, or 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And that's because they have double the amount of bones in their neck that we have. We have 7 neck bones and they've got 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that helps them stay alert and watch
But I
around
love you
them.
just like watching your pupils. I mean, they're sitting there like
Yes.
constantly
changing,
Yeah.
and they can change independently of one another, whereas ours always dilate and contract the same way.
Oh, that's
They can-
weird.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really cool.
And same with the eyeballs, the eyelids. They'll
Yeah.
blink separately too. She's not going to blink right now though. I'm not She's watching everything.
I'm not gonna demonstrate. So they're pretty good hunters then.
They are called the tigers of the sky because they are apex predators, and so they'll go after anything really. They'll go after different kinds of birds. They'll go after small mammals. Their favorite thing to eat comes out at the same time of day as them, and that would be the skunk. And
Really?
they don't have a sense of smell. Yeah.
Oh, that would be why they like to eat skunk.
So it doesn't bother them at all. And well, skunks are black, and they've got that nice white landing strip that's kind of like a signal for land right here.
Wow.
So yeah.
I also didn't realize owls can't smell.
Yeah, most people don't realize that. There's that old wives' tale that like if you find a baby bird on the ground, don't pick it up because its mom will smell you and not come back to it. And that is totally a myth. So that's very important at this time of year because baby birds are starting to fall out of the nest. So if you do find one on the ground and it's not injured, you can pick it up and put it back in the nest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I never knew that.
I'm like, it's like, oh my gosh, that's like just this.
So all birds? That's like an all bird thing?
All birds of prey. If you get to like vultures, they have really big nares. They like the smelly stuff because they like to eat the dead stuff.
Right.
The deader, the better. So the more smelly, that signals them in. So, but for the birds of prey, yeah, for the
Are
most
you
part,
bringing in a vulture? At
we
any
will.
point?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Hopefully, but not hopefully feeding time.
Yeah, we won't feed her. Yeah,
Yeah.
They tend to, when they get stressed, vomit as a sign of distress. So if they've already eaten kind of gross things.
Can you imagine if that was your response? Like, oh, I'm really stressed out right now.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't smell good. So
No,
we won't feed them before bringing them here.
Well, I just can't get over how beautiful she is.
She agrees.
Yeah.
She agrees.
So you were just saying to me that you've got some babies?
Yeah, it is the baby season. So we get all kinds of babies that kind of just get displaced and can't get back into their nest or have something going on. And so this morning we got a couple of great horned owl babies, and we don't want them to imprint on humans. We don't want them to be raised by humans because when they get released to the wild, we don't want them to feel comfortable around us. Otherwise, this could be dangerous for them and us. So the ones that we want to release to the wild, we want them to be wild and think like a wild owl. So we put them with foster parents that we have. And it sounds cool. A lot of people say they want to be a foster parent, but it has to be an owl.
Yeah.
So we have some foster moms, great horned owl moms, and this morning we got a couple babies, and Snickers and Maggie and Darwin all have brand new babies, and they just, even though they're not their own, they take to them just right away and start feeding them and talking to them right away, and it's really cute.
That's so cool. So they don't care that it's not
at all.
Egg that they laid.
No.
Like,
We actually, they all lay their own eggs. It's just this time of year, even though they're not with males, they'll lay non-fertilized eggs, and so they'll sit on them thinking that babies are going to hatch. And so when we get an actual baby in, we can go in and remove that egg and put the baby down, and she's like, whoa, it hatched.
I didn't know they laid unfertilized eggs.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seasonally, the body just tells them to do it.
Huh.
Yeah.
And so you said you're going to get some videos up and kind
Yes,
of show,
we'll be editing the videos because it's one of the most amazing things to watch.
That's really cool. Well, I also heard you have an event coming
We
up.
do. We have our end of season event on April 26th, Saturday, April 26th during our open hours, and it's called the Wish Tree event, and it's one of my favorite events that we do every year. It's free to come to, and it's a great family event, and everybody that comes in gets a free raffle ticket that is good for releasing some rehabilitated birds on our property at the end of the event.
Oh, cool.
And they also get to get an index card, and you write down a wish. So a wish for you, a wish for Liberty Wildlife, a wish for the planet, and we hang it on one of the trees that we have right there. And when the birds are released out into the wild, then we're saying that they are taking those wishes out into the world to come true.
That's beautiful.
I know, I love it. Yes,
Wow. Okay, so share where people can find out more about that event and also watch some baby birds.
So check us out. LibertyWildlife.org is our website, but you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search up Liberty Wildlife, and we'll have the videos posted there as well as the information about Wish Tree on April 26th.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us and bringing Callie into the studio today. I'm just in awe of her. She's so vocal, which we love.
Oh my gosh. And
She's gonna wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye,
Oh, that's a...
And you hear or don't hear how quiet those wings are, right?
Yeah.
Like there's just no sound.
There's no sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why they're good hunters. Because
So cool.
Sneak up on everything. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
It's always a delight when Lauren's here. I mean,
I know.
Because it's like, you never know what she's going to bring. And it's just like, oh.
No, really, like, I know we're not supposed to pick favorites, but like, kind of our favorite.
It's our secret.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the rest of our stuff for the show. Keep it right here.
That was perfect.
Wow, what a fun Tuesday. I'm like what a great week we're doing. I mean,
I know.
I mean, laughs, owls, dogs, no tacos.
No tacos.
No
We're still
tacos.
taco-less, yeah. But great horned owl kind of makes up for
I mean,
the lack
oh
of
my
tacos.
gosh. And so, I mean, those wings.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
the lack of sound was just astounding.
Man, she like looks right in your soul too. Like you make eye contact with her and,
And,
you're like,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was really, really cool.
yeah.
I'm excited to get a vulture and I think that'll be interesting too.
And I'm glad to know that they won't feed them before, so that
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
because I only can imagine it's like,
Well, vultures, I feel like I've only seen at a distance. I don't think I've ever had like an up close encounter with a vulture.
soon you will.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I do not want a vulture burial, by the way. That is a thing. That is a thing that people do, especially in Asia, and I do not want one. Have you heard of that?
I've not, and I'm okay and have not heard.
Yeah, they're called sky burials, and you literally like are on a pyre, and it's common kind of like in Tibet and like some other mountainous regions, and yeah, you can have your body be basically fed to the vultures.
Yeah, I guess you can just do that. Just go out to the desert and lay down, and the coyotes and vultures.
That's
and
illegal here, which I don't get why. Edward Abbey had his friends basically do that for him. But yeah, no, I mean, and in some cultures, the sky death is actually like considered very honorable. Like that's how.
I would believe
yeah,
that.
Yeah. But
so.
yeah, I just remember the first time because I was doing research for my book, and I found out about that, and I was like, nope, that is not the option. I wouldn't mind being a mushroom farm, or having a green burial, but the vulture death is not for me.
Yeah, mushroom farm sounds much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so moving on to other happier topics.
Oh, see, I don't get bummed out about that. I'm like, what am I going to be? What am I going to turn into? But anyway.
Something amazing.
I know. You can be a tree now. That's
Yeah.
a thing. You can turn into
I
a
could
tree.
become a diamond.
You could become a diamond. There's a lot of options. Okay, but yes, history.
History. All right, so Arizona became a state in 1912. So a year before that, actually on today, President Taft announced that he would veto the resolution to make Arizona a state because the proposed constitution allowed for the recall of judges. And he didn't like that idea. So they basically pulled it out of that constitution. Of course, once we became a state, they put it back in.
Yeah.
Very Arizona. It's like, well, okay, we're just gonna.
That is very Arizona.
So, yeah. So, I mean, so they did put that back into the Constitution once it became a state.
Sorry.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So I just kind of think that that's such a fun story.
That is a fun story. And you're right, very Arizona. Yeah.
Very much so.
Yes, yes. Okay, what are we celebrating today, Marshall?
Ooh. You know, it's like seeing that tongue. I was thinking of our special guest from yesterday, Gunner.
Oh, it's like,
You're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But it's like, but Gunner is like,
yeah, got it.
So
Okay.
yeah. All right, and actually, you know, and it makes sense because today we're celebrating National Laundry Day.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
everyone has to do laundry. You know, humans, we've been doing laundry a number of ways, whether it was just beating things out with a big stick to get rid of the dust and dirt, or going down to the creek bed and sitting there with a rock, which I'm sure you did quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. No, I do remember, though, like my grandma never used a dryer. She always had the clotheslines in the back and would hang.
I have friends that still say, nope, no dryer, thank you.
Yeah, I have a friend that does that, too. Yeah.
Still hangs them out, and she's like, nope, I want that sunshine, I want that fresh air.
I'm good with a dryer.
So exactly, because I know they're dry,
Yeah.
I don't have to go, because my old babysitter used to do that.
Yeah.
Had the line and everything else, but yeah, so go out and do some laundry.
Oh boy.
Or even, it's like when I was in New York, the decadent thing to do was to take your dirty clothes to the laundry, and then you would come back and pick them up already done. They would match your socks.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that was the best part, because I hate matching.
So here's what I'm going to propose. If you have somebody in your household that always does the laundry, have the other person do the laundry today for National Laundry Day. Help them celebrate this auspicious occasion.
And I'm just thinking, and expect all your whites to be pink. And so
You can just,
it's a way to celebrate.
yeah. Yeah. What's wrong with pink? What's wrong with pink?
Nothing is wrong with pink. Also, today is Glazed Spiral Ham Day.
Ugh.
So back in the early 50s in Detroit, an entrepreneur basically created a spiral slicer and then put honey glaze on a ham, and we now know that as honey baked ham. And so as we get ready for Easter, and so I have
won't
a friend.
be partaking in that one.
So I have a friend who basically does like a stint for the holidays, and so she's like, it's so much fun because you just get to make people's day.
Again, it goes back to I don't like sweet meat. Like, it's the savory and the sweet just doesn't, it's not my palate. I do like sweet and sour, like Chinese food. I can do that. I can get behind that.
Okay.
But the sweet ham,
Okay.
not my jam.
Now, it is also Titanic Remembrance Day.
Yeah, yep.
So the Titanic actually hit an iceberg at 11:40 on the 14th, but started sinking on the 15th.
Yeah.
And so today is a day to remember all those folks. Maybe you want to watch Titanic. Maybe you just want to go out and stand in the yard and...
I'm flying. Jack, look. I'm flying.
Exactly. As opposed to fill the bathtub full of ice and just got to hang out.
You don't need to watch it. I just acted it out for you. Better than Kate Winslet, even, if I dare say myself. No.
Well, such method acting.
Yeah.
I believed I was suddenly watching the movie.
Didn't you?
I did.
I know.
And so, and we couldn't go throughout today, being that it's the 15th, tax day.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Death and taxes are the only constants in life.
Yep.
So, hopefully, if you haven't got them done by midnight tonight, you'll need to do an extension or pay fines.
An extension isn't a big deal, by the way. You
Right.
just have to ask for one,
Right.
usually. And it's funny, I haven't had to think about April 15th since I became a business owner, because we file our taxes earlier in March.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then we just do our personal ones, with it. So
Right.
we're always done really early now. But
All right. So, for all those folks that are doing their taxes at the very last minute, what are some things that could bring them joy?
oh, well, this one will be sure to get your spirits up. It is Valley Bar Unplugged. And you guessed it, it is at the Valley Bar. It's at 7 p.m. And basically, these are all Arizona local bands. They've got Mo, Carson Miller, Bethany Home, Sugar Cowboy, and Practically People playing tonight. It is a totally free event, so you can have some music in your life, support local musicians.
Wow.
Just keep in mind it is a 21 plus event. So if you've been doing taxes all day and you want to just kind of let loose and unwind, what a great place to go do that.
Now, if you've never been to Valley Bar, it's in the alley, so
Yeah.
you're not going to find it on the street side. So
Good tip, yeah.
Yes, so you have to go into the alley, and then you'll see above the door it says Valley Bar in red neon.
Yeah.
That's how you know that's where you go.
I always forget that, like, people haven't been there,
Well,
like-
right, because I've been walking people and they just look kind of like they're looking for something, and I'm like, can I help you find something? They're like, Valley Bar.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, listen for the intelligent conversation down the alley.
Okay, and we've got a workshop for you. The most common marketing mistakes is being held at Soho 63 in Chandler. This is a lunchtime event kicking off at 11:30. So basically, this is a Women in Leadership luncheon featuring Andrea Aker, the founder of Aker Inc. And in this presentation, they will explore the most common marketing mistakes that small businesses and startups make, and more importantly, how to overcome them. So this is a great opportunity for entrepreneurs and business leaders to gain actionable tips and strategies for success, as well as meet other business owners and entrepreneurs. And this is $35, and it's from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. So kind of a cool resource for our small business owners. We have also got some trivia. How I Met Your Mother trivia night at Whiskey Wednesday in Mesa at 6:30. This is going to be some legend, wait for it, dairy trivia night at Whiskey Wednesday. So this is all about the sitcom How I Met Your Mother. You can suit up, come on out, and then the top 3 teams do win a prize. There's no cover, and you just want to be there before 6:30.
Fun.
We've also got dinner and live music at the Forum Lounge in Chandler at 5 p.m. So this is an unforgettable night of live music by Christopher Hill. There is going to be a mix of R&B, soul, and some powerful medleys. And basically, you'll get kind of the performance, and then there'll be some drinks, good company, incredible atmosphere. It is RSVP required, so you do have to RSVP in advance to come to this event, and it's going down starting at 5 p.m. So my kind of crowd, kicking things off at 5 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. And last but not least, we've got some athleticism for y'all. Beginner Ladies Golf Series at the Cocopelli Golf Club in Gilbert.
So not for me. Okay, there we go.
Well, you could join in. You got a scarf, it's fine. So this is, like I said, it's beginner level clinic series. So this is a 4-class golf clinic that's going to be held on Tuesday nights starting today, and then basically running through Tuesdays through May 13th. And then there'll be a 75-minute golf lesson, which will include instruction, your range balls, rental clubs, and then use of the practice facility. And basically they're looking for people that really haven't had instruction before, like if you've just, never really done the pro thing. So it's $225 for the entire series, and they happen from 5 to 6:15 p.m. So stay hydrated out there if you're going to go golf. It's supposed to get hot here.
Yeah, but no, actually, I mean, because it's quite a complicated game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am phenomenal at miniature golf. Regular golf, not so much. Yeah.
Well, I'm not shocked you're really good at miniature golf.
Nobody's shocked that I'm good at miniature golf. No. In fact, it would be like more shocking if I wasn't good at miniature golf.
What about miniature polo? How are you at miniature polo?
I've never tried miniature polo.
Because you would ride on a miniature horse with your mallet.
God.
That would just be such a sight. When they do the when they do the polo game here, you should ride up on your miniature horse with your mallet.
Okay, we'll make that happen. We'll make sure that's a thing.
Because just the photo op, you would wind up on everyone's camera.
I probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we do really need to make that happen.
All right, so let's talk about some birthdays.
Wake up, hey, it's your birthday. Jump up, go have a great day. Everyone has come to see you. Make a wish and hope it comes true.
All right, probably one of the most famous works of art on the entire planet, the Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa.
So it was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, and it's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Leonardo
So,
da Vinci.
he also did The Last Supper. It's like he also did all these, was such a conceptual thinker.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about, basically drew how to make things fly and all these things. So
Inventor, brilliant. He was just brilliant, yeah.
Completely. Really one of the geniuses that keeps showing up in history again and again.
And just know, if you've never seen the Mona Lisa in person, it will be disappointing. So try not to expect too much. It's small and behind a lot of glass.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because literally it's like there's a queue to see it at the Louvre and then nothing else. I mean, and then
Yeah.
like the line goes away.
Yeah.
For everything else.
Yeah.
People are just there to see
Just the Mona Lisa. Yeah.
and I'm like, there's so much other cool stuff in the Louvre to see.
Way
other than-
cooler stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So also Seth Rogen has a birthday.
It's not Rogaine hair loss, it's Rogan.
Rogen. So, but you know, it was so funny because looking this up, I was like, oh my gosh, he was in Freaks and Geeks, which you probably never saw.
I did not.
So, but I mean, it was really like late 90s.
Okay.
I mean, just kind of high schoolers.
I like 90s stuff. I probably should see
So,
it.
I mean, it was just like, oh yeah, yeah.
He's really funny. He actually has a new show out on Apple TV, and it's supposed to be like kind of making fun of the Hollywood industry. So yeah, maybe I'll check that out.
So yeah, I mean, he's been in a variety of movies, TV shows. He's also recent projects. He was Steve Wozniak in Steve Jobs, Pumbaa in The Lion King.
Yeah.
So, and he also is co-founder of a cannabis brand called Houseplant.
Okay.
So
That doesn't surprise me.
now I want to say I don't think anyone is shocked by that at all. And then a classic actress, Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
I mean, all that. I mean, those restoration, Howard's End, Sense and Sensibility. She was also in Dead Again. And she is turning 65 years old.
Ugh, she's still stunning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then, you know, it must be a good day for Emmas because Emma Watson.
Oh, another great Emma.
Another Emma.
Yeah.
You probably have seen her in Harry Potter as Hermione Granger. So she's also been in Perks of Being a Wallflower. And she is turning 34 years old.
Still young.
Indeed.
Baby Emma.
And if you have a new baby, maybe you have a birthday coming up, maybe you've got a promotion at work, you got
Yeah.
I don't know, you planted something.
Maybe you retired. Maybe you moved into a new house. Whatever you want to celebrate, you just let us know because we want to celebrate it with you. Events, questions, you want to be a guest, you can hit us up on Instagram at On The Morning Show, or you can send us an email at hello@onthemorningshow.com, and we'll get you taken care of because we want to make the show all about you.
Right, we want to hear from you, and so
That's right.
the only way we can do that is if you reach out and say, hey, I got something for you, sharing events. It's a great way to maybe get your organization's events listed, or you could be sitting in that chair right over there as a guest.
Yeah. If you want to bring in a big dog and hang out for a while,
or a
we love
horned
that.
owl,
Sure.
or you could bake us cookies.
Or taco. If you're coming on a Tuesday,
tacos.
bring some tacos for goodness
Yeah,
sakes.
you could bring us tacos.
Yeah.
We would never say no to tacos on Tuesday.
I would never. Nope.
Nope. But you know what will happen? Tomorrow we'll be right back here for Wednesday on the morning show with more fun, more guests, and we'll see if this guy survives.
I think he's going to make it through the night.
I don't
bet
know.
he'll be
We'll
around for a
see.
little while.
We'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, if you want to join us tomorrow in your PJs, you're invited to do that.
Oh,
because
that's right, because it is.
You
Yep.
will find out. Yeah. So we're going to do a little slumber party. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be with you Tuesday morning, and have a great, Wednesday morning. Hump
Yes,
day.
I was
We'll
like-
be with you Wednesday morning.
Exactly, because it's pre-hump day now.
It's Hump Day Eve.
So
Yes.
tomorrow will indeed be hump day, so we'll see you there.
All right.